I told you I was going to ramble a while. This is video 6 of the Changeling Ramble, and I'm going to talk about the Seemings and the Kiths. The first Seeming is the Beast. These are like your animals. So your Dorrance in Arcadia was you spending time as an animal. The True Fae had morphed you into like a hound, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it, elephant or something even stranger. Um, their contract that comes with them, with the Beast, is Fang and Talon. So you can basically just, you have animal-like traits. Um, the Kiths, which is kind of like the specializations, are Broadback, Hunter Heart, Runner Swift, Skitter Skulk, Steep Scrambler, Swimmer Skin, Venom Bite, and Wind Wing. And I'm not going to go into the detail of all those. The names kind of give the feeling, I think, of the Kiths. The next one is Darkling. These are kind of like the guys that hung out in the shadows and the dungeons and the tunnels. Their affinity contract is Darkness. And the Kiths are Antiquarian, Grave White, Leechfinger, Mirror Skin, and Tunnel Grub. Some of those are really cool. I really like the Darklings. The Elemental Seeming, they have a contract of elements. These are things like fire, wind, water, ice, and it basically just they're changed a lot that way. Their affinity contract is elements. Kiths are Air Touched, Earth Bones, Fireheart, Mannequin, Snowskin, Waterborne, and Woodblood. The next is the Fairest. They're kind of like your social, pretty sort of seeming. Their affinity contract is Vainglory, which makes me think, yeah, I said Vainglory was for the Spring Court. That's not true. I'll go into that later. The Kiths are Bright One, Dancer, Draconic, Flowering, and Muse. And that kind of, tells you a little bit about what they do. The Ogre, their affinity contract is Stone. And these are the big guys. They eat stuff. Normally go to the Summer Court. Not always. Their Kiths are Cyclopean, Far Walker, Gargantuan, Gristle Grinder, Stone Bones, and Water Dweller. And these guys are fun too. I like the ogres. The Wizened, they're kind of like your, the little folk. They're smaller. They're kind of like withered, and they look like they have great knowledge, and they can tinker with things. Their affinity contract is Artifice. Their Kiths are Artist, Brewer, Chantelane, Shurijan, I can't even pronounce that. Oracle, Soldier, Smith, and Woodwalker. And I can't get over just how cool they are. I really like how open-ended they are, how much a player can describe their character in detail, and what they look like, what they sound like. It's very open-ended, but they give you enough of a push in a general direction, and they just let you run with it as far as you want. So the contracts that I was talking about, there's some general ones, and there's ones that are based on court. That's where I messed up before about the Vainglory and the Spring Court. That's not right. The general contracts for everyone are Dream, Hearth, which is like the blessings of fortune, Mirror, which is appearance, Smoke, which is being stealthy and being unseen. I think I'm talking too much. My voice is starting to give out. The courts, each one has basically a contract for the season and for their emotion, which is cool. So Spring has Desire, which is the fleeting spring, and Eternal Spring is the growth and rejuvenation, kind of like spring. Fleeting Summer is Wrath. Eternal Summer is Heat and Vigor. Fleeting Autumn is Fear, and Eternal Autumn is Harvest and Withering. It's fall. Fleeting Winter is Sorrow. Eternal Winter is Snow and Ice. And I went through the contracts for Seeming, Artifice, Darkness, Elements, Fang and Talon, Stone, and Vainglory. And there's also Goblin contracts, which, kind of like everything about goblins, has a nasty side effect. But they're fun. They add a little bit more spice to the game, I think. I've gone over some things like the weird, and basically, when you're making your character, you can give up dots and merit to make your weird higher. And weird affects the hedge. You can kind of manipulate the hedge in different ways. That's most of the game, I think. it goes through and tells you how to do things. There's lots of information as far as how to run the game. If you get your weird up high enough, you start to get frailties and have to do strange, superstitious stuff like the True Fae does. Cold Iron affects them all. It doesn't do aggravated damage, but it basically just cuts through any defenses you have. Harvesting Glamour is really important. You mainly get through those through dreams, goblin fruits, and getting it from the emotions of people. I think that's most of what I want to talk about. And my voice is giving out anyway, so. But there's lots of cool things you can do with a Changeling game. Sorry. You can go in many different directions, and I'm really looking forward to running this. I'm going to run it more of a rules-light fashion, especially the pledges, the verbal agreements. They're kind of legalistic in the way that the rules present them. And I guess they kind of have to be that way, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to have the players just come up with things. I'll make up a system where things can work out, without having to go through, like, okay, this is the good thing, this is the bad thing. This is how it all works out. I think I'm just going to have a more, just rules light in general. I'm not gonna run all the rules. I really like the setting. I'm gonna try to err towards the side of just the basic World of Darkness rules. But Changeling the Lost. What do I think is good about it? The setting is fantastic. I just love the themes more so than like the vampire games and werewolf games. Like I said, at times, I just think there's too many rules for things. So that's probably my biggest complaint, especially the pledges and dreams, and some things even in the heads are a little too complicated, I think, for my taste. But it isn't that hard with the World of Darkness rules to just kind of do things my own way and make everything, if you don't like something, turn it into a skill. Or if you don't like the way they do things, look online. I started a couple threads on RPG.net and the White Wolf forums, and I got plenty of interesting ideas on how to do things in my own way. And I'm going to start my game out teaching them a little bit at a time. They escape. Maybe they'll do their attributes and skills. They role play being in the hedge for a while. I'll have them figure out their weird and willpower, and I'm just going to do it step by step and give them contracts eventually, describe how things work. But I think that's it for my ramble. I might have more ramblings in the future about it, but I think 6 videos is enough. So if you made it this far, I give you credit. You have a good stamina score. I'll talk to you guys later.